David Hertel in for Elias. Well, it's official. Sylvain Caron, Montreal Police Chief, officially announced alongside Mayor Plante this morning that he is leaving as police chief on April 22nd, which is almost 2 years before his 5-year mandate was scheduled to end. Mayor says the SPVM, all is in order. Everything is good. Maybe a few communication problems at the start. That's what Sylvain Caron says. But he says it is just a personal decision. To react to this big news, pleased to have with us the opposition leader at City Council, Aref Salem. Aref, thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure, my dear.
So, Aref, everything seems to be super okay over at City Hall and at the SPVM. I mean, Sylvain Caron says it's a personal decision. No real problems. There's going to be a search, and everything's okay. What's your reaction to this departure that seems to be raising a lot of questions across the city this morning?
For sure, and it's not the first departure, it's the second one if we think about Luc Tremblay, who left the STM before the end of his mandate too. Mm-hmm. And now we see that the Chief Caron, he decided to leave almost 2 years before his end of mandate. So it makes us ask a lot of questions. For us, I think that there is many issues and challenges that the administration is not giving the Chief Caron to help him doing his mandate. And especially when we know that they refuse to hire the 200 police officers, they refuse to put in place his plan to merge the stations. So there's a lot of things that wasn't done the way he wants to, and I think at the end of the day, as a human being, he decided to leave and leave the rest to the one who's going to be behind him.
So you think that Mr. Caron's reasons for leaving, Chief Caron's reasons for leaving, are the fact that Mayor Plante went back on her election promise to hire 250 new police officers? You think that's a reason?
This is not the only reason. There's few reasons. I think the refusal of the hire of the promised 250 new police officers, the surprise elimination of neighborhood stations that, it starts after, and I want to remind you that he presented already to the executive committee in March 2020 his plan, and he started merging stations, the one in Côte-des-Neiges, Notre-Dame-de-Grâce, the one in Parc Aix, Villeray. Yeah. So he started to put in place his plan. And then all of a sudden, we decide as a position to bring a moratorium at the City Hall, and the Mayor Plante decided to follow us and voted with this moratorium. And at the end of the day, he was like, okay, my plan, I can't put it in place, so why am I have to stay? And there was other issues. If you talk about the body camera project that they decide one day to go on to put in place the cameras. The other day we're going to go with the project pilot with the iPhone. At the end of the day, when we don't take a decision and we stuck to our decision, it makes us feel not really ready to govern. And the administration, they almost push him to the door.
Speaking with Aref Salem, Montreal opposition leader at City Hall, Aref, now no chief at the SPVM. We have some pressing issues. I mean, racial profiling, gun violence, gangs. These were all issues, big issues during the election campaign last fall. Now it's going to take at least 6 months to a year to hire a new chief. Then that person usually will take probably 6 months to a year to get accustomed to the job. I mean, what can we do? What can we expect from City Hall to solve these very important problems? I mean, we're talking about reforming police. We need to modernize our police. Everybody's for that. Body cams. We were talking about body cams. We're still not there. Even police officers say they would help. I mean, what are you going to do as a official opposition at City Hall to get things moving during this interim?
We're going to continue the work we're doing. We cannot stay as just to see what's going on there, to see the show. We have a city council. We're gonna put motions in place. We're gonna push the administration to go forward. Now the problem that you said, David, it's where we have to wait until we have a new chief officer with a new vision, and we have to wait, I don't know how long before getting him. So probably within next year, we're going to be in interim, and it's going to be really tough on the police officers. We know already that it's tough on them already, on a human being. They're pushed to do overtime all the time. We're not hiring the exact amount of officers that we need to do the job. We're merging station. We're in a place that, and beside that, we have this feeling of insecurity in the community. We have how many teenagers we lost last year, and until now we don't see any arrestation. We don't see any move to know what's going on in the community, and that's probably what pushes Chief Caron to leave.
Chief Caron said this morning something very interesting, that he went through, and he said it in French, but there were communications problems with the city during his mandate. Now, that is, for an outgoing police chief, I mean, that's code for the city and the political side trying to intervene or put itself in, get the city into daily operations of the police. Is that how you understand it?
I can see it even because, under the organigram of the city, he used to be under the general manager of the city. Now they decide to put them under the general manager adjoint. So there was really a lack of communication. We can see it, and we can see he had some, retrogradation, as we say.
Demotion.
Demotion. He had demotion once, when you belong to talk, when you want to talk to someone at the city, you talk to the general manager. Now you can't talk even to him, so you don't have access to the general manager. You don't have access to the mayor too. So at the end of the day, we can see it, we can feel it in the new structure that the administration put in place.
The relationship between the city and the police department has not been good for many years. I mean, what is, in your sense, the priority? What needs to change for the police department and City Hall to work better together?
We have to have police officers that, they're conscious of what's going on in the city. And as you know, we had a promise during the last election campaign. We said that the police officer will join the services at the city to see what's going on and to feel like, how we're dealing with the police officers, how we're dealing with the budget, and to sensitize them about, being more proactive with the police. We want, on the other hand, we want a police that is close to the community, more human, to be part of the community, and people they feel insecure when the police is there. So there's a lot of job to work, and we hope at least with the new officer that he will be in place, he will have this vision.
Aref, I know it's a busy morning for you. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us this morning.
It's a pleasure. Always a pleasure, David.
Thank you. Take care. Aref Salem is Montreal City Council opposition leader reacting to Chief Sylvain Caron's sudden resignation and departure as chief of the Montreal Police Department.